Hey guys, I'm Shredwolf, and welcome back to Let's Play Shadow Complex. And we're in the second part of the collectathon, and this is the puzzle that I mentioned last time that killed me 3 times. It is a very, well, not even much of a puzzle if we're going to be perfectly honest. All you gotta do is stick to the walls, shoot all those things with rockets. They're just, if you highlight them with a flashlight, they just turn red, so you know the rockets. Whew, that was close. Shoot them all with rockets, the lasers disappear, and then you can pick up the rocket upgrade that's right there in the middle. The lasers are insta-death, by the way, which is what makes this puzzle annoying. If it just sucked life really quickly, it wouldn't be that bad. But since they, just kind of vaporize you, and I almost got vaporized there, I, again, fall right next to the laser ball. If they weren't insta-kill, this puzzle would not be nearly as frustrating or difficult, if we're going to be honest. But I managed to get it. We got our little upgrade. And it's time to pick up everything else. So we're about to hit the speed boost button and get to work. So as you guys can tell, we're not where we were connected before. We're back in the caves to pick up some of our other upgrades that we missed. This episode is a little less linear, I'll say, because more of our upgrades are kind of scattered around. I will also say that there's a lot of fail in this episode, and there were a lot of things cut out, if I'm going to be honest. There was a lot of things cut out. But we're going to pick up some upgrades, left in a little bit of the running around, just for you guys that are trying to follow along and get some of the upgrades as we go. There's absolutely going to be some situations of, I should have gone down that way, but I didn't, multiple times. So, don't get too frustrated by that. Especially a lot of this beginning of the episode, I go entirely the wrong way for a couple of different upgrades and really end up in dead ends. This one, it took me a couple seconds to realize you go through the next door and then underneath to get the grenade. Yeah. And so we're moving on. Drop kicking guys as we go. I knew there was an upgrade here. We tried to get it before, and I failed to jump in. Really, I should have latched on those couple times I tried to jump in before. So, kind of feel gypped on that. There's a little bit of wrong way going here. One thing is that I get stuck in this elevator. Like, this elevator sucks me into the right side. And I'm trying everything I do to get out. And the only thing that lets me get out is the hook shot. But if I walk in, I just get sucked into the wall. So that elevator is a little bit glitched. I actually get kind of worried because at the time I think, oh, that's the only way I can get around. Which is not quite true, but also I don't need to go that way. Well, we'll worry about that later. So we get this armor upgrade, and we get a little bit of exploring done. A lot of this backtracking of what I'm doing right here is useless, but I wanted to show off this fight of where I take out like 6 guys in 2 man moves. It's awesome. So yeah, don't really need to be going through here too much. But there is a couple upgrades to get down here that I missed. This is right about the point where I'm thinking, oh shit, I went the wrong way. And so we go back, climb all the way out. And the one thing that I didn't want to do, other than not be able to get through that, is crawl through a bunch of this stuff. Which really is the trick to getting out of here. And we are free, finally. And we're going to be heading around that right side to get some of those upgrades on the right side. And this elevator, God bless, gives me some trouble. I don't know why. Just for whatever reason, not jump up and grab the ledge, crawl into the crawl space to dodge the elevator. Takes me 3 tries. Yep, miss it again. And 3rd time's a charm, right, fellas? Right. There we go. See, that wasn't hard. Really. why I felt like I had to go in and kill that dude when all I had to go was north. And we have that big bunch of speed boost blocks. And what's on the other side? But back where we fought the first spider monster and got our grenades for the first time. We got a little vent here with a turbine, which, by the way, if you try to go underneath that before you blow up the vent with a grenade, it will insta-kill you. Just don't worry about it. It's not worth the trouble. Alright, and we're back on our way to the surface. I feel like they try to make that a one-way for the beginning of the game, but they still let you go back the other way when you have all these upgrades. Sneaky gold bars that we had seen momentarily all over the place, because that bridge up top over the gold bars is a fairly common bridge. And we have a rocket upgrade down at the end of this hallway. And then I have a little bit of not knowing where I'm going, so we're going to do a bit of a jump right over to there and get back to the surface. There's two very important upgrades up at the surface after we blow our way through this door. Punch that dude in the crotch. Shoot some rockets as we wait for the slow-ass elevator back up to the surface. There's two important upgrades up at the surface, and a very important thing. We got this health, and we also have a pass key. I've always felt like it was harder than it actually is. And remember before how I told you there, in the last episode, I told you there was a bit of an issue? Well, we're going to find out here in just a second. Yeah, if you come to this lake, it triggers the final cutscene for the boss. And we don't want to do that yet, so let's go back. And let's go back into it. So, why that's an issue is there's a rocket upgrade down there. And off the top of my head, I'll be honest, I don't remember if I can get that rocket upgrade right. Like, right after you get the scuba gear, because I just didn't feel like checking, because I know I was going to do a collectathon like this. But because I triggered the place blowing up when we saw Cobra Commander and the place blew up, that triggered the flag to start the final boss. So we can't get that missile upgrade until we go fight the final boss. So we're going to be minus one upgrade. We can get everything else, but we're going to be missing that one upgrade. So not that big of a deal. And through here, I have to run back in and back through the flooded corridors to get a couple upgrades. But up here we have our last gold upgrade. Not in there. Come on, Shredwolf. It's up top. Up top. There we go. Last gold upgrade. And what do we get for it? I don't know. There's something over there. We ran past that door last time, and like I said, there's something special behind there when you get all the gold bars. So, let's check that out closer to the end of the episode. But here, I make a big mistake by leaving here. You'll see why closer to the end. But the game's a bit of a bitch with one of the upgrades. And you'll see why. We'll get back to it. But I really should not have ran past that junction underwater that I did. In the meantime, we're running across the surface to get back up here, because there's a pass key up here. Now, if you remember correctly, I wasted a lot of time last episode trying to get that one. In fact, I'm so stubborn, I try to do it a couple more times. And I'm just going to save the misery. This is the trick I figured out. This is not at all how you're supposed to do it. And I did not do this on my first try. This is about the 5th try of making a giant foam tower. But it works, because you can build up speed in the air and get speed booster in the air. Like so. And it works. So why should I have not ran past? Well, that's because there is a very sneaky passkey in this game. There's actually a passkey on the same tile as the scuba upgrade, but you can't see it because it leaves the dot there. Very sneaky. But what do we get for our gold upgrades? Besides a couple bullets to the face, we get golden guns and some golden armor. So at this point in the game, you can actually pick up any of the guns to use. No matter which gun you want, you want to go back and fight the final boss with a pistol, you can do that. Personally, I like the shotgun, even though the laser rifle is awesome. So we're going to stick with the shotgun, and we're going to put on gold armor. That's all there is to it. It just slaps a gold paint on you. And there wasn't a jump cut there, it was just put it on. And now we have all our hard-earned passkeys in tow, all 12. So let's ride this elevator down. Down here we have our final suit upgrade. And with this we'll get 100%. Well, technically 99 because there's still the missile upgrade to get. But we'll get all the upgrades we can currently get. And that just leaves one last thing to do after it. But let's see what we get. What's our final upgrade through all the passkey doors? All 12 of them. All 12 laser doors. Which, yeah, they do hurt. It's a helmet. And just watch the color. Just watch the color for me.
Fusion helmet acquired.
Yeah, it just
full defensive
flips
capabilities
to
now
gold.
online. Operating capacity at 100%.
Yeah, the gold coating is a little half-assed if you ask me. It's just a gold skin on the end. But we have the fusion helmet, which you get for all 12 passkeys. So you can check it out as we go up the elevator, but we slowly get a little sheen around all our wireframes. That little white line. And if we move, it sparks off us. Those little white lines are a shield. We are actually invulnerable when those white lights are turned on. And if we walk, it actually stays on. Bolts will bounce off us. Pretty cool. And all that leaves is the final boss. So with that, I will see you guys in the next episode, and take it easy.